Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully I get enough light to finish this video. Of course, my name is Kent. Crypto Ken, as I call myself now, trying to rebrand myself a little bit. The channel is about EOS and Bitcoin. Those are the two blockchains I follow. And of course, we have our challenge application that we are getting ready to launch the eighth version of here very soon. We will be on Telos. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to start selling the token from our app. So if you want to buy the challenge token, you can buy it from our app. You're not going to have to go through a Scatter wallet or an Anchor wallet. You can go directly to our app. And if you know anything about these cryptocurrency wallets, Scatter, Anchor, MetaMask, all these wallets are very difficult to use. And in the case of MetaMask, it's very expensive to use. I've been trading HEX back and forth a little bit, even though the price has been going up pretty well, even though I knocked the project because I don't think they've got anything going. But like everybody else, I like to buy a lottery ticket every now and then too. So I've been buying and selling Hex a little bit, and of course, by the time you pay the MetaMask fees, there's not much left over. So it's not a healthy way of trading, especially they talk about the banked and the unbanked. When you start paying the fees on MetaMask, I think I'd rather be banked than unbanked. So anyway, we are on the version 8. We will be on the Telos AMA here very, I think Monday or Tuesday. I think my son said Tuesday. So Telos has an AMA. We will be on that. I think that's on Telegram. Check it out. I think I'll put a link below for our Telegram, and of course we'll link to it from our Telegram too. I want to talk a little bit about Dan Lermer. Of course, Dan Lermer's got a project called Eden, where they are going to start funding some of the projects on the EOS blockchain. Nice to see them do it. I don't know how the funding's going to go. Last time they did a little bit of funding, they gave it away to projects that weren't on the blockchain. So if you were affiliated or on the, if you were associated with EOS or the EOS mainnet, you couldn't get any grant money. You had to be on one of the side chains or some other project. So that didn't do it to anybody that was really on the mainnet. So hopefully this time they improve their way of funding or giving the projects some money. And projects like ours that have basically gone without any funding whatsoever, zero funding, and no ability to sell our token, and not really good infrastructure set up so we could have a good exchange to sell our token. We've had to self-fund ourselves, and of course we've spent a lot of money on the application, put a lot of work and time and effort into this, and got nothing back except a lot of heartache and headache, and spent a lot of money. So hopefully, giving back some of the money back to the actual applications that are building on the blockchain, is going in the right direction. And we know that's what's going to happen. If that doesn't happen, there's no reason to do it. That's why I look at a project like ADA, Cardano, who somebody said, oh, they've launched today, you were wrong about them. Doesn't mean anything to me, because just because they launched, that means nothing. Just because they're on a distributed database doesn't mean anything. You got to build something. You got to get people to build something. Running a distributed database is it's like putting it on a cloud server or putting it on Amazon Web Services. You have a reason for being on the blockchain. The reason for the blockchain is distributed databases. It has to be some sort of decentralization. If you don't have a reason to do that, there's no reason to be there. And if you don't have a way of funding yourself to be there, there's no reason to be on it. And that's what the problem is right now with EOS and some of these others. And even to a certain extent, even though Ethereum gets a lot of the attention, they still have problems building anything or getting any substantial use to be built. The things on Ethereum just aren't being utilized that much because it's expensive because of the gas fees. So hopefully things change. I think if they do start helping projects out with the $4 billion they raised, I think it's going to be a step in the right direction. Like I said, I don't know how the money's going to be given out. EOS Nation, EOS Asia will be the ones that make that decision. And I don't know how it's going to be done, but they need to start helping projects out. And then projects need to get self-sufficient and get off from having the blockchain, help them, because once they get self-sufficient and up and running, they should be able to not rely so heavily on the infrastructure of the blockchain, because it's already there, it's put in place. Now that we can start being able to self-fund and self-sustain ourselves. And it would be nice if exchanges would take on like the EOS tokens too. No exchanges, very many exchanges use the EOS do the token EOS tokens. As you know, all the projects on EOS have basically been left out. Everything on Ethereum gets traded. Everything on EOS gets left out because everything on Ethereum had the ERC20 token, and they raised lots of money, hundreds of millions of dollars. So they all got traded on the exchanges. Everything on EOS didn't get. We didn't get the ICO money, so we don't get traded by the major exchanges. So that's been a problem for EOS, and that's one of the reasons why EOS has gone down. The other reason is because of the fact that 21 block producers all ended up becoming exchanges, and when they become exchanges, you know, they just took the reward money and didn't put it back in the community. They just took the reward money and forgot about the community. And I don't think Dan envisioned that would happen. And once that did happen, he just I think he kind of lost his focus. I think if he would have worked through the problem, and it would have been a lot better for everybody that owned the EOS token. But hopefully, people that own the EOS token will recover, and the money will come back. The token will improve in value. And take a token like ours that trades at hundredths of a penny. You know, if we just keep on building and keep on moving forward, look at the opportunity there. I mean, you can take something worth 1/100th of a penny, and if it just goes to a few cents, look at TEX. It's gone to 41 cents. If we do something close to that, you know, you can make your money back, you know, 100 times over whatever it was that you didn't make on EOS. You can make back on the tokens that are trading on EOS if things start to work out. Ideas get funded and tokens get funded, and things start to work the way it's supposed to work, the way it supposedly should have worked in the beginning. And the fact that exchanges end up getting all the rewards and never putting anything back into the community doesn't mean that idea was a bad idea. It just means that it didn't really reach its potential because it's early in the game, and everybody, you know, didn't hold the EOS themselves. I mean, I think originally Dan thought people would hold their own EOS, holding their own wallets, which means they controlled their vote, and they would vote individually for block producers, and there would be some more interest in that. Well, nobody did that. Everybody just bought it through an exchange and let the exchange make the vote. So the exchanges just voted for themselves. So they took up all the rewards, and nothing got built in the community. And that's been the main issue with EOS, is nothing got put back into the community. Well, now they're putting something back in the community, and hopefully that's like anything. You water a plant, it starts to grow. You put fertilizer on a plant, it grows. If you put money back into the projects, it will take off and start to flourish and grow. And the blockchain itself will start to be valuable and take off, and it'll start to be prosperous. And that's what the main problem with EOS has been. And that's been the problem with blockchain, is that everybody's just taking the money and run. And the ICO money is what's driven the main cryptocurrency. The main projects on cryptocurrencies on the blockchains with Ethereum, it's the ICO money, would take the money and run, or guys like Hex, where he just comes up with a pump and dump idea. And that's been the only thing that's been going on in the blockchain. And that's why I think EOS making a move to fund projects and giving some of the money back and helping out the projects and getting more involved is going to hopefully make a big difference in price of EOS and the price of the tokens that are being traded on EOS. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.